Speaking section. The speaking section tests your ability to communicate in English in an academic setting. During the test, you will be presented with 4 speaking questions. The questions ask for a response to a single question, a talk, or a lecture. The prompts and questions are presented on time. You may take notes as you listen, but notes are not graded. You may use your notes to answer the questions. Some of the questions ask for a response to a reading passage and a talk or a lecture. The reading passages and the questions are written, but the directions will be spoken. Your speaking will be evaluated on both the fluency of the language and the accuracy of the content. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to prepare and 45 to 60 seconds to respond to each question. Typically, a good response will require all of the response time and the answer will be complete by the end of the response time. You will have about 17 minutes to complete the speaking section. A clock on the screen will show you how much time you have to prepare each of your answers and how much time you have to record each response.
You will now be asked a question about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to plan your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree with the Electoral College system?
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a conversation on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passages. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below.
Hey, did you hear about the changes in the student counseling program?
Yeah, I did. What do you think about it?
Honestly, I'm glad they're making these changes. The current program is overwhelmed, and it's difficult to get an appointment with a counselor when you really need one.
I understand that, but I'm not sure if the changes will actually solve the problem. I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll have more counselors or shorter wait times.
That's a valid concern, but I think the university is aware of the issue and wouldn't make these changes without a plan. Plus, they mentioned that they're restructuring to increase the number of available counselors, so there's hope for improvement.
I guess you're right. Another aspect I'm unsure about is the addition of new services. I'm not sure if they'll be able to manage everything effectively.
I see where you're coming from, but I think having a holistic approach to counseling is crucial. It's not just about individual sessions, it's also about addressing mental health awareness and career guidance. These additional services can make a significant difference in supporting students' overall well-being.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal. Then state her opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a lecture on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passage. After you hear the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below. You may begin reading now.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a business class. In today's lecture, we will explore the concept of consumer behavior and how it impacts marketing strategies.
Let me provide an example to illustrate this. Consider a scenario where a company launches a new smartphone model with advanced features and a competitive price point. The company conducts extensive market research to understand consumer preferences and design a product that meets their needs. They analyze consumer behavior to identify the factors that influence the purchase decision. For instance, they examine how consumers perceive the brand, evaluate the product attributes, consider the pricing, and assess the social influence of their reference groups. Based on this analysis, the company designs marketing campaigns that highlight the smartphone's unique features, price advantages, and endorsements from influential figures. By aligning their marketing strategy with consumer behavior, the company aims to attract and persuade potential buyers effectively. This example demonstrates how understanding consumer behavior plays a crucial role in developing targeted marketing initiatives.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of consumer behavior.
You will now listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in a botany class.
Today we'll be discussing the fascinating relationship between flowers and pollination. Flowers have evolved various strategies to ensure successful pollination, and I will provide 2 examples to illustrate these strategies. Firstly, some flowers have evolved to attract specific pollinators through color and scent. For instance, orchids often have vibrant colors and produce complex fragrances to attract bees. The flower's shape and structure provide landing platforms for bees, allowing them to access nectar and inadvertently transfer pollen from one flower to another as they move between them. Secondly, some flowers have developed adaptations to promote cross-pollination. For example, certain species have mechanisms that prevent self-pollination, such as having separate male and female flowers on different plants. This encourages pollinators like wind or insects to transfer pollen between different individuals, increasing genetic diversity within the plant population. These examples highlight the remarkable diversity of strategies employed by flowers to ensure successful pollination and reproduction. By understanding these mechanisms, botanists can unravel the intricate relationships between flowers and their pollinators, contributing to our knowledge of plant evolution and ecological interactions.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 ways that flowers employ strategies for pollination.